Watch me a wind up me body, yeah. Watch me a move up me body, yeah. Watch me a wind up me body, yeah. Watch me a move up me body, yeah. Wind up, gyal, up, wind up your body. 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 Me and me friends really come fit on up the party. Watch me a wine and I get naughty. I sick back me love, not to drink Hennessy. Watch me a wine and I get naughty. Party turn up, party turn up. Watch me a wine and I get naughty. Party turn up, party turn up. Watch me a wine and I get naughty.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, on today's show, we're going to be talking about our second playlist, which we've made for the summertime.
ASR Summer Jams 2.
Dose. We have special
Two
guest
middle fingers.
Maciel on here.
Welcome back to the pod, Maz. You were on the last time that we did a Summer Jams playlist, and we got you back.
What's up?
We booked him twice.
Our school rejects music correspondent.
Senior
Senior
music.
Correspondent. I can live with that.
And also we have Carlos
I'm still in the house.
and Shane, who's myself.
Shane Prescott. Give it up for the co-host.
What's All right, so guys, this playlist is sick.
We did it again.
I did it.
It's
Oops.
the second time around.
Oops, we
and
did it
oops, we
again.
did it again. No Britney Spears on this though, unfortunately.
Not this time.
If you're looking
maybe
for that.
Summer Jams 3, maybe.
Yeah, or
I'm gonna give it to like 2018, just so I can get nostalgic about her. You know, it's gonna be like the 20th anniversary of like Baby One More Time.
oh, you got that marked down.
Hey, man,
I mean,
know.
we should all have it marked down.
Summer
should we?
98.
Yep, she changed a lot of people's lives.
You did it big. Chris,
Yeah. Christina Aguilera.
no, I was going to say, what's the buddy's name? Chris. He was like, leave Britney alone. Like, Chris.
Oh yeah. Fuck, what was his name? Chris Crocker.
Chris Crocker, dude. YouTube sensation. Yo, I didn't even know YouTube was out back then.
Proto meme, man. He was like a proto meme.
Yeah, he set it off. Yo, shout out to Chris Crocker, man.
Shouts out, bud.
doing big things.
Mm-hmm. Britney doing the show in Las Vegas.
That's where musicians go to die, man. Or performers go to die.
My girlfriend told me about it. She was like, we got to go see Britney in Vegas.
Did she see the show?
Nah, I think she's trying to. So I might have to do that just to fulfill my boyfriendly duties.
You got.
I'm gonna be into it. You know what? I'm not gonna be a sour puss about it. I'm gonna go with open hearts.
You might like it.
Gotta go with dignity and grace.
Didn't she do like dubstep for a second?
She
I think she
introduced
did,
the world
actually.
to dubstep.
Nah, man. No, Shane. No. You got that wrong, dude.
Sorry. No.
Korn introduced the world to dubstep, you know, because they had like the deep bass, apparently, according to them. Like one of them said that.
They said they invented dubstep. Korn.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I remember what that was going on.
No
Like,
comment, I guess.
Korn had that album, man. They had like Skrillex
Yeah.
on it and shit.
We don't have any Korn, Skrillex, or Britney on the playlist, but we do have some additional artists.
yes.
We said last time on the Summer Jams playlist 1 that you can't create a playlist in 2016 without having Young Thug on it. I said those words. I live by those words. We got Young Thug is back. Since we did the last one, he came out with an album, right, called...
Jeffrey.
I think he changed his name. Or he just went back. He just went to his normal name.
Is that his real name? His government name? Jeffrey?
I think his name is
think
just
so.
Jeffrey, yeah. That's the thing that you see rappers nowadays that are like, what's your rap name? And they're just like, oh, I'm Corey.
Just call me Corey. Don't call me Corey the rapper.
Yeah, people are just like, it's like, I guess like, oh, I'm just being myself here. Like, I'm not trying to be like Ghostface Killer or something, or like something crazy. Like, it's just, those days are over. So I threw on a track called Harambe.
Oh, shout outs. Actually, Dick's out.
Billy will a nigga, bad kill a nigga, back it up. Fast kill a nigga, fast will a nigga, back it up. Ain't shit nigga, Godzilla nigga, act up. Go next shit, go Godzilla, hey, back it up. How you wanna have it? How you wanna have 'em, baby? How you girl? How you wanna go crazy up? How you girl? Don't make a nigga act crazy. Oh, girl.
I don't really know what to classify that, but I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going into a direction now. First of all, that's like, I just put it on there because it's such a good song, but it's so weird. Like me and Miles were talking a little bit earlier, it's almost like a blues song.
Yeah.
It's got like especially like the vocal melody, like towards like the part where he's singing about, you know, like how she wants to have a baby with me now, blah blah blah. It's got a bit of like a bluesy kind of like sort of like chord progression to like his melody there.
I mean, that's what it feels like, and it's like I'm glad that we can get artists that are just not afraid to kind of do something unconventional.
Yeah, especially for a dude that's like as big as he is right now. Like the cat's like everywhere. He's like collaborating with everybody. Like he's on the radio constantly. Maybe, I guess I don't listen to radio too much, but
I think so. I feel like it.
Cat's like super popular though. Like people are always talking about him, so it's always nice. It's always like exciting to me anyway to see like sort of like very visible artists just sort of like fucking around with convention. For sure. I mean, I think that when you get to a certain point, you can be experimental like that. You have the freedom to really go outside the boundaries. I mean, that's kind of like the stuff that like David Bowie would do stuff like this. You know, Prince would do stuff like that. Even Kanye. I mean, like when he threw out like. You know,
no, he's still alive.
His dignity. No, but like when he did Yeezus though, like
Kanye's dignity, rest in peace.
No, but like when he did Yeezus though, like I was never really like a big Kanye fan. But like when he did Yeezus though, like my ears sort of like perked up just because he was doing like these things that. Well, the
Yeezus album was like he pretty much got that from Travis Scott. Right, Travis Scott's album that came. no, he heard Travis Scott's album that came out earlier that year, this is great. I mean, that's a you know, kind of he can find stuff that he likes and then he can adapt it and do. And I mean that's great. But if you listen to actually Saul Williams' album from like I think 2008 or something like that.
Niggy Stardust, right?
Exactly. So he was doing that first. You know, a lot of people don't know that Sal Williams kind of had that sound before anybody.
And even then, if I can go like a little further back, you had like Dalek before that. Like, what is it, Dalek or whatever? I forgot what label they were on, but like they had like collaborations with like cats that were like out of like the industrial metal scene and shit. Yeah, so that was kind of that flavor, and it's great because now it's kind of coming to the mainstream. Like you said, you got cats like Travis Scott, who we also have on the playlist, and Travis Scott is somebody that we got on the playlist. Now, of course, this is a Spotify playlist. Yeah. Just for you guys to know that. Like last time, but we got artists that their albums came out and we couldn't put them on the first playlist because they had deals with Apple Music, right? Right. So like Travis Scott, Frank Ocean, Lil Yachty. So they had deals with Apple Music, but then those deals will go for I don't know how many weeks, or you know, maybe like the first month it'll be on Apple Music, but then it'll eventually trickle down to Spotify. Okay, so it's that's not that bad then. If it's like a couple months exclusive on Apple Music and then it's available like on Spotify or SoundCloud or wherever else they put music these days. Yeah. So it's kind of like Apple's way of just give me the initial rush. Yeah, there's a few artists like that. Right. The big ones, right? Drake. I think if Drake comes out with an album, like it's going to be on Apple. He's on Apple. Yeah. Same thing with Frank Ocean. But I mean, we got him on Spotify now, so we bring them. That's true. We bring them to you. Do we got any Yachty on there? Not this time. Last time we did. Not this time. Yeah. He came out with a Summer Jams 2 mixtape. I think I saw it on Spotify recently. It did come out on Spotify recently. You know, I just didn't. You know, there was enough space. You know, I got a little Uzi on there. Some Uzi Vert. Yeah, I think that's the only little Uzi. Yeah, that's.
My niggas twist like they origami. Got them girls waiting all in the lobby, but my baby still right here beside. Yeah, this a gang, is you in or you out? I put diamonds all up in my mouth. I feel like I'm part of Swisher House. Yeah, I was lost in the year I was found. Had no money, I was down. No, I'm gonna die for my baby. Yeah, no, I'm gonna ride for my baby. You know that I go suicide.
That's like, I mean, I love that track.
It's a smooth track.
You coming around?
I got to give him a listen to. Like that's the only song that I've heard.
Well, the album's good. I mean, he puts, he makes stuff that is fun, right? Yeah. Now, don't try to get him on your radio show and have him kick like a freestyle.
Some bars.
No, it's like it's not. Whack. Well, he's not. That's not what he's. Oh god! I saw him on like
they're not there anymore.
He was like on Sirius or something, and somebody tried to put on like some like 90s beat, an old like rap beat, like a primo track. It was like freestyle, and he just like made a fool out of himself.
These kids, they call themselves rappers. They can't even freestyle, bro.
We still have that. We have plenty of dudes that can spit bars, right? You got cats now, that are bringing something. They're bringing something different to the table.
They're not interested in it.
There's room for both.
Yeah, I think so, man. I mean, it's something that throughout my days I hear a lot of my friends who are like, "Oh, that's not rap. This is not that." You know what?
I don't think it is rap yet.
Honestly, they're right. But it's an evolution form of it, It's like your Pokemons. You started off with Pikachu, then you get a Raichu, then I don't even know who it goes to. But
it's the evolution that goes way back to way before even rap existed, to jazz and rock and roll, right? Little Richard, Tutti Frutti, and then just it goes back from those days and then into like the boom bap era, right? So what modern hip hop. Exactly. And then it just kind of keeps going from that. So really the experience has been going on since even before jazz. It was going on before. Basically, it is the Black experience from America, right? From, slavery, really, right? It goes back from like those hymns, songs, those hymns, exactly.
Those spiritual songs that were sung,
And it's all to me it's all under the same umbrella. There's no this is Method Man and Redman. This is something different. But really, when it comes down to it, it is like the voice of the Black experience coming from, and it doesn't have to be one thing because there's a bunch of different types of personalities out there.
Mm-hmm. It really is that, and the guys who are rapping today who are in the forefront of it, it's like all my favorite rappers say, like, rap is a young man's sport. And if you really think about it, these guys are now 20, 18, whatever. They grew up they were born in the 90s. So they were born in that era where America was cool.
They were born in the 2000s.
No, well, 90s, 2000s, true. Late 90s.
Yeah. If you were born in 2000, you're like 17 right now.
On the verge.
So, goddamn.
Yeah, crazy, right? But
it's making me bug out.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because reason why I put Mos Def on this playlist.
Yeah, 3 times.
Shouts out Yasin.
Yeah, and he recently said that he's done. He's done performing. He's retiring, and I really believe like he's retiring from like music and movies at this point. So that's why I put him in there 3 times, because he is a very important role to me in modern day music. Being an MC, being just a role model for anybody. It's all around good person. So
crack babies and AIDS patients. Young bloods can't spell, but they can rock you a PlayStation. Snoop Mav is whipping motherfuckers' ass. You wanna know how to rhyme? You better learn how to add. It's mathematics.
Mighty Mos Def. It's simple mathematics. Check it out. I'll revolve around science. What are we talking about here?
Wait, that's a classic album, right? 1999. Classic. I was actually living in LA at the time. I was hanging out that day with actually my homeboy Gino, who is also a musician, a rapper. So if you ever heard Subtitle, he's an MC down in LA. So my home Giovanni Marks. So Subtitle, aka Giovanni Marks. We used to go to Santa Monica College. We were hanging out one day, and this is like back when like we all wore like it was backpack rap. We skateboard, smoke weed, and like just listen to like Project Blowed and like Freestyle Fellowship, like all that shit. So we were hanging out, went to Tower Records, or it was like Sam Goody, wherever you like cop like CDs back then. I forgot exactly. I think it was like the Santa Monica Promenade. I copped that most definitely. I think it was the day that came out, Black on Both Sides. And we went back to my crib and we fucking blazed so fucking hard.
What?
Like the fucking biggest spliff, dog. Just like put that whole album on from the first song. Nice. And just kicked it back and just like listened to the whole thing. And it was like the best shit. And that was like, that's really what like 90s rap was to me. Like my experience was like just like smoking some ganja and just putting on Mos Def or Nas or Wu and just kicking back and just like
vibing to that shit.
Vibing the whole, yeah, and just going on a journey. Mm-hmm. The Game came out with a new album, 1992. And the whole album is actually really good. But I put on a track on there called I Grew Up on Wu-Tang. Because it was very fitting.
Buzzing with my killer beats. Chronic had my eyes chinky like Compton was the Philippines. Junior Prime, red suit. Tasha in that limousine. Trying to suck the head off my dick like a guillotine. Came in the mouth.
There you go.
There's still cats spitting bars, dog. I mean,
you just gotta find it. You gotta find it, man.
Dude, he murders. The whole album is good. It just dropped.
Adding that shit to my favorites.
And so I heard it, and then I was just like, oh man, this is so good because I also grew up on Wu-Tang. So there's that level, but it's interesting because the Game is he's from the West Coast like I am. I grew up here in the Bay,
right?
And back in the day, like everybody just listened to like Bay Area rap, so it was E40 or it was
Too Short,
Mac Mall or Too Short or Mac Dre, right? If you weren't listening to that, then you were weird or something. It's just like, no, you weren't weird. It was just like, that's what everybody was listening to.
Yeah.
Just the local shit, right? And it's cool to see the Game, who also grew up here on the West Coast. Like, so he wasn't just listening to Dre and NWA, and so we listened to that stuff too. But I'm glad that I wasn't the only one over here that was, playing Raekwon the Chef.
Yeah, good times in the 90s. But we don't live there anymore. No. We're now in 2016, about to hit that 2020.
Bring it back though.
Hey, they can, just a little bit of the flavor, It's like bell bottoms. I'm pretty sure we'll see them again at some point. They'll take over from skinny jeans,
or like Genko jeans again.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna happen.
They made a little comeback,
a little bit, yeah.
The kick wears. That's that rave style. I used to go to mad raves, but I never rocked those Genko jeans.
No,
nah. Cause I was going to raves in the 90s, but I would wear just like camo,
regular clothes, camo.
Yeah.
So you can
proto babe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, this is before babe. But I was just like camo and like maybe like a jersey.
In a trap, chilling with hoes. One named Miley, one named Cyrus, one named Amber, one named Rose. 200 bags all up in her nose. I was in the yard, chilling with slags. One named Patsy, one named Maxie, one named Kirsty, one named Kat. 200 bags all over the racks. I was in a pub, chilling with lads. One named Peter, one named Pat, one named Michael, one named Max. 200 bags fell on my lap. I was in a rave, chilling with Dons. One named.
Yo.
I thought first he said I was at a rave chilling with guns. I was like, damn.
Oh.
I don't know.
Blah, blah, blah,
that's not what rave culture is about.
That's what his rave culture is about.
That's a UK rave, bro. UK raves are off the chain.
Yeah,
mad things.
They ain't with that plur shit.
No, you thought that like the gunshots that you hear on the tracks, that was fake. That shit's real.
They're replicating the experience.
Yeah. Oh, that guy is wild as hell, though.
That's like some fucking hardcore grime.
Yeah,
but that's like over there they got like they'll play grime at a rave in the UK though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for us, like raves here in the stateside, man, they're just EDM shit, right?
Yeah, it's just candy
festival,
candy fest,
electronic. What's it? EDC. Electric Daisy Carnival.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a legit thing.
Yeah, man. That's not a raves. I didn't go to those type of raves though.
Nah.
I went to raves with guns. 200
bags on Molly and you're just coked out with like a fucking
200 bags all up in their nose.
All up in your nose.
That seems like a lot of bags.
Buy cartilage.
Goodbye cartilage.
It's gone.
Yo, yeah, man. Yeah, I had to throw some grime on there. I wasn't the only one though, man. Maz, you threw on some con.
Yo, Batman City.
Yo,
yeah, man.
Is that the name of the track?
That's the name of the track, man. Con
the track is just
who is it? Flowdan?
Flowdan.
Yeah, so
he's sick.
Wait up.
15, that means head tops could be coming off clean. I don't wanna boast and brag about my ends, but my roadside in the city of dreams. Nightmares, plots, schemes. You never know when you're surrounded by fiends. I tell you this straight, even a gal lemon train to assassinate.
Flowdan is such a savage, bro. That's a dope track, man. Why did you throw Con on there? Besides it being like a fucking great song.
Con's the shit, man. I mean, like Shane and I, we've had the pleasure of seeing this cat twice already, like spinning
2 settings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time was by himself, and then like second time was like him and Neek spinning before Mala. That's like straight vinyl, just straight fucking like savage
murderation,
shit.
Not CDs.
Fucking just bass, just like destroy, like just compressing your chest till you can barely feel your heart.
That's what's up, man.
Yep. Do not go to those shows with a weak chest.
There ain't enough grime shows here in America, man.
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah. If you're a promoter and you're listening to this podcast for some reason, if you own a venue or if you promote parties, man, more grime shows, please, man.
Yeah, people want
it, man. We definitely need.
And even if they don't want it, give it to them. Give them that new experience.
Make them know they want it.
I mean,
people like Doctor Who, so it's like Doctor Who of rap.
People like Downtown Abbey. Therefore, it's like it's basic logic. If this, then that. Basically,
if they like fish and chips.
Yep.
So speaking of Mala, who you guys went to go see, he was the first cat that played Top or Top. Right? Mala was the first dude that dropped what I think to me is the song of the summer. Probably the song of the year.
I would give you. I'll give.
If not the song of the summer, then the song of the year. Now he started dropping this, I think, a couple years ago, but it just got dropped, which is a track from Sir Spyro.
Sounds of the sun.
I've played this song like on repeat throughout this whole thing, like the most. Can never get enough of it.
Be a shot, no shot, Teddy broke shot. Well on, rhythm just bust, so they must put me on. Top of the list, get the gist, so it go on. Murder the beat in a Z non-stop. 999, never call Babylon. Hide up your rhythm when everybody done.
That's a straight banger, man.
Yeah.
That should be like the literal textbook definition of the term banger.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Out on Deep Medi Music, right? So that's Mala's record label. So so that's probably why he was like the first cat.
That's why he has dibs.
He has dibs. So man, so he's been playing that for a minute, but it just came out. It's song of the year, I would say. At least a nominee.
Yeah, for sure.
I would give it that. I've heavily put that song on repeat since first finding out from you this earlier on this year, just looking for it, and then it just finally came out, and it's a straight like turn the bass up all the way and just like have a good time.
Just talking about that track puts a goofy ass smile on my face.
Well, because I'm pretty sure that we've all heard it out.
Yeah,
we've heard it out. So there's nothing like, yeah, you can play it on Spotify, or you can. I pre-ordered it online, but you can play it at the crib or whatever. But there's nothing like the experience that you get when you first hear Mala drop this. Number one, you're out to see Mala. And it's when you're out at the rave, man, and you just like, you dancing, you got girls everywhere, and then you hear that shit, it's over. You turn into a damn fucking, because you might be like one of only 5 people that know the song, so you just like, oh shit, y'all ain't fucking ready for this.
Yep, You look around, you see who's looking around too. That who knows what's about to happen.
Everybody got a stupid grin on their face. You know what's up, like. And you make, and then you make eye contact with them, and you just give them like the head nod, like, oh, you know,
we're about to get mashed up.
We're about to get mashed up. Right, that's the best.
Get your trap arms ready. It's sick.
Throwing fists up.
What is your trap arms,
bro? Trap arms when you're like, you're just flexing. It's so sick.
Yeah, flexing both arms.
It is definitely a flex zone at that point.
It's a no flex zone, I think.
No, I know what I'm saying. It's definitely flexing.
The rules get thrown out the window.
Yeah, out the window.
Throw the sign out the window too.
Yeah, you're flexing there. Rip that shit off and toss it out.
No flex zone street sign.
Whip your shirt around like fucking P.D. Pablo or something.
Yep.
Yes.
Tracks playing.
North Carolina.
So I'm glad that we got a chance to throw in that a few of those grime tracks, right? Because we had so much rap.
Yeah.
All types of spectrum of the rap, right? Everything from Lil Uzi to Mos Def, which is that pretty much is the whole thing.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we got a chance to go across the pond and like really play out some grime, some Caribbean flavor, and then we got to kind of slow it down, right? Because we got some stuff, Maz, that you threw on the playlist, that Slow Hours.
Yep. Jabu, part of the actually they're part of Khan's collective, Young Echo.
Kind of like I said, I was like I mentioned earlier, it kind of gives me that Mike Skinner vibe. The streets.
Yep. The streets, Mike.
Yeah, which I don't know what he's been up to lately, man. Maybe I should be checking for the streets.
He's probably cooking.
Yeah.
I believe he should be cooking something up.
Having a beer at the pub.
Well, definitely watching some footy or whatever.
Foot's on the teddy.
Oh, but that, yeah, man.
Fighter.
That's like to go from like getting really hyped to kind of coming down.
Very soulful too.
It's very soulful, right? Especially when you're
introspective.
So, like I said, it kind of gives me that Mike Skinner vibe at first, but then it starts, and then at some point it just kind of breaks into a melody.
Yeah, it has like an R&B feel to it.
I wasn't expecting that, and it was a kind of a nice surprise there.
Slowing it down.
Bring people close together during their summer outings.
Yeah, sometimes you don't always smash to fucking hardcore dubstep, Sometimes you gotta take it down a notch and look each other in the eye and, feel each other out.
Interlock lips.
Yeah, interlock lips. It's not always like, doggy style, face down, ass up. Sometimes you need that good old fashioned missionary, Let people know what's up.
That's Floating Forest by Quato. So Masi added that. What I like is that, it's kind of bringing the tone down, but it's still hard.
Yeah.
It's still a tough song.
It's still a hard hitting song, yeah. And Quato, he used to be part of Vexed, actually. I don't know if Vexed was kind of like a big thing in the dubstep.
Absolutely, man. Vexed. Well, I actually saw Vexed at Laundry Bar back in the days. It was like one of those legendary Laundry Bar shows. That's Laundry Bar down in Miami Beach.
Yo, that's a good place.
Shout out to Quan Basehead, man, first of all. But he had all of these artists out there, like back in 2007, pretty much like right before like dubstep really took off. We had the privilege to kind of check out some of these artists really at the
before they're.
I mean, they were big, but at the forefront.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad to see the evolution, kind of what types of sounds that those cats are bringing nowadays.
Yeah,
that's sick, man. I remember that back-to-back show. It was a good night. I think it was Juan and Some Jerk. They started it all off, and then it was Scream and Mala. It's
sounds savage.
They played there a few times. Scream and Mala. Those shows are great.
Bless, man. Bless. And I always like that. It was always a good night to be out there with your crew and your friends and just have a good time.
Trap arms.
And I think it was the only place that that I knew people inside, so I would walk up to the front of the line and get in.
You didn't have to. You had VIP, dude. You had the wristband. You had the orange and the yellow wristband on.
Yeah. I had no wristband.
You're just your face.
I just had that like, yo, what's up? My face was my entry. Yeah. Everyone else was like waiting in line.
Like a damn scrub. Look at y'all. Yep. Little folk.
Yep.
Peons waiting in line.
Yeah. You get there early, man. You avoid the lines. Just get there early.
Yeah, get there early.
That's like the one thing I don't miss about Miami. Just like, oh, I know the guy, I know the promoter. Or like, oh, call the promoter. You know, like I'm on the list, and like, oh, get me, or like having a call like promoters and like, hey, can you put me on the list tonight? Blah blah blah, like all that shit. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that stuff goes on still, but that was like such a like, it's like
yeah, it still goes on.
It's like time. Nowadays, like I don't even worry about it. I just go and enjoy myself. Like I pay my admission.
Yeah,
I fucking dance my ass off, have a great time, and I don't worry about any of that shit because it's just like that's the last thing that I want to fucking worry about. Is like, oh, make sure I'm trying to find my name on the list. Yeah. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, let me call the dude. Or don't worry, just wait 5 minutes. He'll be out here. He's about to get me in or whatever. It's just like, fuck, man. Like, too much effort, bro. Just like go and just like go have a good time, man.
But the big difference is that we're mature.
I'm pretty sure there's 40-year-olds and 45-year-olds at like Club Space that are still trying to like get on the VIP list. And like, no, I'm serious though. There's like dudes that are way older than us that are like playing that game still.
Trying to impress some 18-year-old that picked up off a train.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yo,
if that's you, if that's, hey, good for you. If you're on the list, good for you.
I'm just hating over here. That's all I can do.
Exactly.
You know?
I'm not hating. You misunderstand me.
You're outside. We're the ones waiting in line.
I'm not hating. I'm just like, I'm glad that like, I'm just like, I've moved on.
You've moved on to the fact that now you can wait.
I mean, I feel like, first of all, like I won't go to a fucking club if there's a line. I ain't waiting in line. First of all, I ain't waiting in no fucking line. Yeah, I don't have to go.
Yeah,
just stay.
Like, unless they got somebody I really want to catch, like DJ.
Yeah, if it's like or something. I mean, I'm only gonna go see like a handful of people that I care about, you know. And if that's the case, then I'll just show up early. I'll get in, you know. I'll sit up by the front of the stage and I'll just dance my ass off. Maz, you threw in like some pretty dope fucking jungle rhythms. I thought
it's what I've been really into lately.
Number one, you got D-Bridge on there.
Yeah,
it's not a jungle track, but D-Bridge is a legend in drum and bass, right? He was one of the founding members of a group called Bad Company, who just put out some fucking extreme bangers, like back when drum and bass was like it's still big, you know. It's like it's still here. People think like, drum and bass is dead or whatever, but it's still, it ain't going nowhere. It's still around. It's still huge.
Yeah, nope. Cats are bringing that back. I mean, you got like Lee Bannon, who's also like on the playlist. Like he's experimenting around with like that particular sort of like style. And then you've got like the Nativist, who's like a new kid. You know, he's like probably like in his really early 20s. He's from New York. He just put out like a jungle tape on Paxico.
Look at that.
So it's not that. It's just morphing around.
I am cool. I didn't even know it.
Swimming around in the underground.
I'm still relevant.
There you go.
Anytime I hear that Amen break, is on Trap Arms.
Back. For sure.
Trap Arms. Just like start making some space.
Yeah. What do you say that they got their royalties or something?
I mean, I didn't read too much on it, but it's like, after years of like a decade, like 20 years, pretty much, like people using like the almond break, like the
Winstons,
the Winstons, they're finally getting like royalty checks from
oh, really?
What was it? Yeah, what was it? Like somebody like somebody like raised like some funds or something, and like cut out a big check for them or some shit like that.
That's awesome. I mean, it's like drum and bass doesn't exist without that break.
Exactly.
And then not just drum and bass, but any type of breakbeat music, really. which is pretty much all the music that I listen to. I don't listen to that.
Isn't that crazy?
The breakbeats, man.
That one beat is responsible.
I'm glad that they got a little something from that, a little kickback.
They got their reparations.
Somebody has to.
At least someone's got it. Shout out to those guys for being the catalyst for pretty much all the good music that I listen to these days. We mentioned earlier that we both decided to throw in some Zombie. He had a new album come out over the summer called Ultra. I think we talked a little bit about it on the last playlist podcast that we did. Right, I talked about how I pre-ordered one of the records. Yeah.
Yeah, I pre-ordered. I got that shit. It's a little record. It's like
a 7-inch.
Because it's just the single basically, right? Zombie and Burial, right? Well, as soon as I heard Zombie and Burial were doing a track, I was like, well, I definitely have to buy that.
Dude, I nearly had a heart attack.
That's like Jordan and Pippen.
It's like Jordan. It's not even Jordan Pippen. It's like Jordan and Bill Russell.
Oh man, yo, that's a legit. I would like to see that.
Just 2-on-2 versus like anybody.
Yeah, I think they would take everything.
They ain't a combination that exists. Yeah, they ain't a combination of players that exist that could take 2-on-2 game with Michael Jordan and Bill Russell.
That's it.
Well, anyway, Kobe and LeBron don't matter.
Done. Done.
But yeah, man, Zombies. The whole album is dope. Right, I'm pretty sure that you guys listened to Ultra, rinsed it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, front and back
multiple times. That's great, man. I'm glad that we got to put some tracks on there. So not just one, but two, because we both like minds.
Even though the Zombie and Burial track suites is like amazing, SDYF has like a special place in my heart just because I love I love Reset. They're like another British electronic duo. They're not on Spotify, but you can find a bunch of their stuff like on Bandcamp and like SoundCloud and shit. They're on Will Bankhead's Trilogy Tapes label.
Okay, I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, stuff's just like I'm like at this point I feel like I'm obsessed with them. Every time they drop something, I'm just like rushing out to find it.
Hey, that's good. It's music, man. When it's good, it's good. If someone is not rushing out to your music like that, then it's garbage.
But Shane, you threw on some Rashad.
She'll go.
That's an all-timer right there, man. That's an all-timer.
I felt like we needed some Rashad on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Rashad.
It was his birthday recently.
Mm-hmm. That's why I had to throw it on there. Fantastic guy. From watching all the documentaries about him and the music that he's put on, like it really introduced me to what is Chicago juke. I didn't know that thing existed without him. You know?
Shout out to Good Droid.
Yeah, I know who that is. You know who that is, Moss? No,
I can't say I do, man.
Good Droid is I would say more so like one of Carlos's good friends from back in the Laundry Bar days. She's still a DJ,
yeah,
right?
She lives in New York now. She was a promoter down in Miami, and she booked Rashad 1 year. I mean, this is like, man, I don't even remember the year it was, but it was WMC. It was like maybe like 2000 and 2010, like right around there.
Okay.
I had no idea who Rashad was, and I didn't know. I mean, the only thing that I knew about was like Addison Groove, Foot Crab. I love that track, right? But I didn't really know what the influence was or like kind of where that sound came from. And you know, and Footwork has been going on in Chicago for years. But it didn't hit that like mainstream. And it's funny because it took a British dude to kind of
make it popular.
Yeah, to co-author it and bring it to something that I would be able to digest it, I guess. Luckily for me, I didn't have to like only experience it, you know, secondhand like that, because Good Droid, she was able to book Rashad really early down in Miami Beach, and I got to see Rashad back then. That's all it took, was that one time. And then after that, pretty much any time Rashad was doing a show that I was, you know, within, you know, 100-mile radius, then I would have to,
that's
you know,
as far as you can go.
I would have to turn up. Yeah. So I would turn up, man. And then, so when he died, it was just like, man, that was a big blow. Yeah. That was a big blow. It's interesting how everybody deals with death kind of in a different way. It's something that I've had to kind of
see, especially 2016 with so many, people, and how everybody kind of relates to a music artist in their own personal way, right? Because that's what music, all of us, it affects all of us in a way that we can't really explain or we can't really add it up.
Right.
When somebody comes along that has really touched you, musically, and they've created kind of the soundtrack that their music will bring up stuff that you've been going through in your life at the time when you heard that song. And it's such a personal relationship. And then when you hear about them pass away, it'll hit you like a ton of bricks, man. And that's what happened when Rashad passed.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Rashad, man.
I had to get a tattoo.
Yeah, you did.
Yo, yeah. I make your girl drop it low for a pill. She put it on her tongue and I ask her how it feels. She fucking with the life cause she say the text real. Smoking on the OG Cali straight kills.
Wanted more of that, but it's history now.
Well, I mean, we still have Footwork is still alive and well in Chicago and internationally, right? Actually, that song is featuring DJ Spin, who has taken on the mantle as basically being like the ambassador of this sound. I mean, it was definitely Rashad, and then now and Spin has just been equal to the task, I would say.
Yep.
In what he's been able to bring since throughout. He was there from the beginning.
Yeah,
and since then,
side by side.
Can't take us when we're side by side.
That's a good track.
Well, we got a whole section of just basically just kind of R&B. I would call it on the R&B spectrum. I mean, Frank Ocean's definitely R&B. That's one of those artists that
for sure
had a deal with Apple, but eventually us like simple. Actually, matter of fact, when the Frank Ocean album came out, I got Apple Music. They got me. I did a free trial that's actually about to be 3 months
expired.
Yeah, 3 months of Apple Music, right?
I gotta look into that for mine as well.
I think they're about to charge me pretty soon. I did it like the day that Frank's.
What was it? The video one, right?
No, it was like not the video one. Because he came out with 2 albums, right?
Yeah, there was like the video one, and then there was Blonde.
Yeah, so Blonde.
Yeah, Blonde.
So I didn't really bother with the video album, but when Blonde came out the next day, I woke up early that morning. I remember, and I was just like, well, I have to listen to this immediately. And really, the only way to do it is if you signed up with Apple Music. So they got me. I actually did that business. Give them, my credit card. about to cancel that shit now, though.
Broke them off.
It's on Spotify now, so I can just listen to it. I can listen to it on Spotify like a normal person.
Yeah, for free.
Well, I pay Spotify, but I threw on Nights, but really it could have been Nights, Nikes,
Pink and white,
like, hey,
Nikes.
Yeah, man.
Yo, you could just put the track when his mom's talking about marijuanas on there.
I mean, she sounds like my mom. It makes you lazy.
It makes you lazy, sluggish. You can only use it if it's prescribed. Okay, thanks, Mom. I'm gonna blow this.
Frank Ocean can run for president this year and win like
I think
75% of the vote. I think.
Yeah.
Come back. Don't call it that. You'll win it.
Yeah.
2 black presidents back to back.
That'd be great.
What?
You have to be 30. I think you got to be 35 years old though.
I think he's close.
I think he's young as fuck.
I'll vote for Saul Williams.
Well, obviously, Saul Williams. Dude.
They won't let him in there.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna let him in.
Yeah.
He's too.
Having like a black president is one thing, but having a black president wearing a dashiki, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's too revolutionary.
He had an album named Niggy Tardust. What president makes a rap album named that?
We didn't have any Sal Williams this time, but man, I could put Sal Williams on every playlist.
Last time though.
Yeah, man. And one thing that I do want to talk about is as far as Sal Williams goes, anybody listening at Marvel, Ryan Coogler.
Yes.
If you're out there, Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, Lupita, you guys just Marvel,
Kevin Feige.
Yep.
If you're out there and you don't have Sal Williams on the soundtrack for the Black Panther, I mean, he should do the score for Black Panther, because Sal Williams is basically like futuristic African, like, hacker techno music.
Yep.
Throwing some Shabazz Palaces on there as well.
Throwing some Shabazz Palaces on there.
Have all three of them work together. Sure, you got some interesting shit for that.
For sure.
I woke up to it, heavy, a light with trueness, always a way of losing.
Legit, first time I heard this song, I thought of, this is what fucking Willy Wonka wakes up to every morning and thinks about this. Because how it just sounded, like, just, it's crazy.
It's magical.
It's magical like that.
First of all, the album is called Black Up. Seriously, like, yo, Black Up.
Yo.
That's raw already.
That's
I was just like, oh, okay, what is this? What do we have here? What are we getting into here? Yeah, man. I like them too, man.
That was like honestly the best show I have ever been to in my fucking life.
Whoa.
That's a statement.
Yeah.
You're a man of music too. So shout out to these guys.
Man. Yeah, I've recently been just getting into that too. I'm glad though. I'm glad. Where did you go see him?
I saw them at Churchill's for Record Store Day, and just the whole fucking crowd was into it. Like
sick.
Everybody was just like in a trance, pretty much. Just people dancing, bobbing their heads and shit.
At Churchill's, and not really a dance club.
Yeah, I know.
Churchill's is in Miami, down in Little Haiti.
Ça passe.
Apparently they do like electronic, experimental electronic music nights on there.
Okay, that might be a new thing.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had the pleasure of like witnessing that, but make my way down.
But you said Record Store Day.
Yeah.
Is it because it's Wet Records, like close to Churchill?
Yeah, they're like right next door.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Sweat Records.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Jason, I think Jason.
Yeah. Jason, and he owns Sweat Records with a partner.
Lauren.
Yeah. There you go. Keeping that vibe alive in Miami.
What's up, guys?
Get yourself some vegan treats at Sweat Records.
Yep. They are like that.
We need more places like that.
First time I had a vegan burrito was there, actually.
What?
Yeah.
Yo.
I know where I'm going when I come visit.
Yeah. Just Sweat Records and catch a show. And catch some burritos.
I'll play the summer, winter, fall, but it's a track called
Any Season.
It's Shadow of the Beast by Perseus.
Shadow of the Beast.
That's the one where you take your lady friend by the hand.
Yep.
And you just make your way out to the dance floor. Mm-hmm. You say, oh, better yet, if you've been kind of flirting with, making eye contact with a young lady. Or a young guy. Whoever you're feeling.
We keep it real.
Whoever you're feeling.
Yep.
And they see you see them. And that song comes on, it's just like, okay, now I got to make my move.
That's the move maker song.
Just don't do like Donald Trump, man. Don't grab him by the naughty bits.
Whoa.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's rejection city right there.
That is like an assault charge.
Yeah, that's sexual shit. That's savage, but not the good savage.
Prison time.
It's not Forever 21 Savage.
Nope. Don't we got him on there too?
Twice.
Shane, you put on 21 Savage. I put on 21 Savage.
So wait, is that 42?
That's 42 Savage.
It's 42 Savage.
It's not 22 Savage either.
Nope. He's a fake guy. He's trying to clown 21 Savage.
Is he trying to clown him? Or is he paying?
I think he was just making like a parody.
Yeah.
Wait, oh shit, there is a 22
Savage. There's a 22 Savage, yeah. There's a 22 Savage.
He's a comedian, like a Twitter comedian.
He got arrested though, apparently, like charged with murder, according to Complex.
What? I didn't know that story.
I guess he's more savage than 21.
He should be
He
21.
does it.
He should be 21 Savager.
Yeah.
Yes. Savager.
I just bought a pistol, it got 30 rounds in it. Pull up at your mama house and put some rounds in it. Wet a nigga block and watch them niggas drown in it. 100-round drum, gun a nigga down with it. I'm on that slaughter gang shit, murder gang shit, slaughter gang shit, murder gang shit. I'm on that slaughter gang shit.
It's a knife, not a cross on his forehead.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the fuck that was.
He's got personality.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Young guy from Atlanta.
He should be on Atlanta.
Probably will make an appearance.
Hopefully,
right?
hopefully
they had
will.
Migos. They had Migos on that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man. 21 Savage, big. Had an album come out recently, Savage Mode, that was produced with
Is it Metro Boomin?
Metro Boomin.
Metro's everywhere.
He's a contemporary artist that you kind of have to you have to address this. You know, when you're talking about music in 2016.
Yeah,
as much as
sure.
we want to live in the heyday, or reminisce about the I heard that when whatever music that you listened to when you were 19, that's the music that's pretty much sticks with you for the rest of your life. So if you were 19, whatever you were listening to at 19, that's the sweet zone. That's gonna be your shit for pretty much. It's gonna shape you, and it's gonna be what you keep coming back to for the rest of your life. So it makes sense for me because that's pretty much right when I was getting into I always listen to hip hop, and I was also getting into drum and bass and trip hop actually at the same time, right around that time. So that's kind of when I was listening to Bjork and listening to just different types of sounds, and so that kind of I'm happy that happened because now I can kind of be really open to new types of sounds and some of that old sound. And trip hop is about to make a comeback.
Yeah,
I believe it.
I've listened to a couple of cats over the last few years who just kind of play around with that style.
Well, especially now that we found out that Buddy from Massive Attack is actually Banksy.
Yeah, right.
Called
News
out.
drop.
According to rumor.
Is it rumor now? Or is it confirmed? It's still rumor.
I don't know. It's one of those things where
somebody put up his Banksy's pieces that turned up internationally, and they put it. They lined it up with Massive Attack's tour schedule, and it matched up perfectly. It's when you superimpose both maps together. It's the same, the exact same spots. You're yo, first of all, who the fuck Sherlock Holmes this shit?
Right. Benedict Cumberbatch probably. He's got some explaining to do.
He did that.
Yeah, man, we found out that news. So I feel man, trip hop's coming back.
Don't call it a comeback when it comes back.
Sure, he's gonna have something to say about that.
I think that speaking of trip hop and that sound, I think people that have been kind of holding up the torch since those days. One of the biggest groups that have been holding up that torch has been the Low End Theory group or crew from Los Angeles, right? So that's Flying Lotus, Daddy Kev, and all these cats that have been kind of putting on that Low End Theory night, that and artists that have come out of there have been basically keeping that spirit, if not the same exact style of music, but at least the kind of that underground spirit in the kind of the beat revolution that has come out since then. And then one of the cats that is from that crew, you actually put on the playlist, Shane, which is Sam I Am.
I did? Awesome. Fuck yeah. I didn't even know.
Sometimes
I'm not gonna lie.
Poet, you don't even know it.
Yeah. But I threw that on because of Earl, bro.
He's featured on that.
Still one of my favorite lyricists.
I feel all them LA cats are just always collaborating together.
Yeah. But he's deep with all those guys that you mentioned. Philo, because when Philo made his appearance as Captain Murphy, he featured Earl I think twice on a couple of tracks.
Yeah.
Just let you know the friendship is.
Yeah, I mean that's
there.
for Earl. That's not a bad crew to kind of get.
No.
The MCs that have always been kind of down with that crew, No Can Do,
and like Bus Driver, I would say.
Right.
Earl I feel like he fits in perfectly with that type of style.
Yeah. Like Shane was saying, he's one of the more lyrical sort of like young cats coming up right now.
And he's still very underground.
Yeah.
You think you have more popularity, but
it's pretty big, man. Everybody knows Earl Sweatshirt.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's not like
people don't talk about him too much.
He could be.
That's true, man. He should get more play.
I think he's like a super underrated.
Definitely
cat.
underrated.
Yeah. Hey, maybe in his next album though.
You seen like Vince Staples everywhere, like on TV and like he's on like. We need to figure out the opinion. Like somehow like Vince Staples has like he's put himself in this position where like people need to find out what his thoughts are. About like like the debates or something like
it's fucking hilarious though.
Let's check in with Vince Staples. Like, what did you think of Donald Trump's response here in this?
I don't know, man. I think it's stupid.
Well, I just like he like his takes are so hot that like it's become like a thing now. Like it's like we have to figure out what
he's a new cultural ambassador if you kind of think about it.
Like seriously, if he went like on a comedy tour, I'd pay good money just to go see him.
He's
just, like,
funny, dude. He's mad funny. I guess that's why people are checking for him now. You know, here's the man. I'm glad that like this kind of came up because I know a lot of people watch YouTube channels that are like this and this happened in America. And so now let's check in with this dude and this dude on YouTube to hear how they broke it down and like what is like the response from, I don't really know these cats' names, but there's a couple dudes that are on YouTube now that are like pretty big. And it's like, my whole thing is like, who cares? Like, wait. Is it H3H3? I don't even know how to pronounce it.
I was like, hey.
Is it hey? I mean, I don't know, but it's like it's cats like that. I mean, no, like whatever, do whatever. It's you're doing whatever you're doing. I'm great. Like just like we're putting a little stupid podcast together as well. But it's like
I know who you're talking about.
But it's like I'd much rather 100 million times rather just listen to Vince Staples tell me like what he it's like you guys are not Vince Staples, so like just stop basically. Like you don't have to do what you're doing because we already have Vince Staples to tell us like how to feel about stuff that happens.
But you want to know the fun thing is though, Vince himself will probably come on here and tell us, you know what, we need people like those people because they have their own audience. Like kind of like what he did recently, where that one lady and her kid with one of Vince Staples' songs, and she was like upset in YouTube, and she put out that video, and people were clowning her, and then he himself was like, "Nah, she's right."
Well, she should be able to
express herself like that.
But, I think like part of it is just like because her whole thing was like this guy's a Crip and a gangster, and like his song is talking about drugs and all this stuff, and it's on the radio, and her daughter's listening to it, and so she was like, I mean, she's a crazy person, like an absolute lunatic. She's an absolute lunatic, But even the fact that she's like definitely deserves to have her kid taken from her and put in some kind of hospital. Like he didn't. That's not the response that Vince Staples gave. Like he kind of gave a more.
Yeah, she should get seek medical attention. Basically, he was saying. I remember.
Well,
if I remember correctly.
Well, definitely.
Not like in a flippant way. Just like saying like I feel like this lady like actually needs to like seek out some help. She obviously doesn't seem like she's right.
Yeah, for sure. But he gave like a response that kind of was like went against what her criticism was in the first place.
Yeah.
Because it was like well thought out and measured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He used his mind and he responded instead of reacted like everyone else did.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So Shane, I know you wanted to talk about your favorite for a minute now. You talked a lot about them last time.
Oh man,
these cats from Canada,
bro.
I only know about them because you. So Canada, thank you for putting me on.
I'm telling you, You can't have this playlist without them on them, especially this one. I wish you could just let the whole song play.
It's a butter track.
So good.
It's got a lot of soul, man. Can't believe those kids. They're white, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I was like,
hey, very soulful track. I can't remember the name of the artist who's on it, but
Charlotte Day.
Just the whole balance of the track. It really puts me in the spot, and I get very emotional about it. Like, it's crazy. But Bad Not Good. They're an excellent band, and they're, as I said previously, they're creating that type of music that isn't, that's not super popular. It's not like any of the music that we talked of today. It's just straight like jazzy goodness.
I can see their stuff getting sampled a lot in like 20 years.
That's like my jam.
For sure.
Possibly.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. The future Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Digging in like 2016 records. It's like the 2039 Dr.
Just digging through like SoundCloud archives
swiping left.
Yeah, whatever is like the medium of the time. But just like discovering, these tracks that were possibly slept on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Charlotte Day Wilson is the singer on that track.
Beautiful voice.
For she's.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's cool. I just kind of winding down now. I did want to talk a little bit about this track that you added, Mas, from Vincent Gallo.
Hey,
because this is like
the Vincent Gallo.
The Vincent Gallo. The legendary Vincent Gallo, I would say. This dude. Why? Like, first of all, like, why did you add the track?
That is honestly like no lie, like that's one of my favorite albums of all time. Like when I've been listening to this album like steadily for maybe I don't know, like 80 years or so. I think I want to say
80 years.
80? No, not 88 years,
bro. Guys, before you were born.
Yeah, I was like. Are you like some kind of like warlock
traveler?
Vincent Gallo and I are vampires.
Yeah, I would believe it.
Yeah, no, but I've been listening to this album for maybe almost like 8 years now, I think.
Okay,
and it's like one of my favorite like albums of all time. It's just like a good throwback to like old like 70s prog rock, like King Crimson and shit like that.
For sure, I'm more familiar with Vincent Gallo the actor than Vincent Gallo the musician.
Do it.
This is a dude that pretty much wrote, directed everything. I would say one of the top 10 movies I've ever seen in my life, Buffalo 66.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I saw it when it came out, and it was just like, this shit blew me away. And this dude, I mean, his acting work is so on point, and he plays like a dude that is spiraling down, deeper and deeper into like a hole in a dark place.
Okay.
Like a good person, but it's just kind of like dealing with shit. And it's a great movie. Christina Ricci is great. I mean, everything, like the whole entire Kevin Corrigan, like it's just like one of the best movies ever. But he does more than just acting, right? He's a poet, an artist, a musician. He's really like a modern day Renaissance man in every sense. It's never gonna get outdated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a timeless track. So some of these songs that we got a good mix on the playlist of like new shit and old shit, like shit that's just dropped recently and stuff that's still making influences. But this track, I wrote this song for the girl, Paris Hilton. Shout out. Do you have any background on the song title?
The song title, yeah, actually, now that you ask.
I feel like there's a story there somewhere.
Yeah, he recorded the song, and then he got the title from Lucas Haas, another actor. He was
I know Lucas Haas, yeah.
He was in Mars Attacks and like Brick and shit with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
For sure.
I guess I think it was that like Lucas Haas was like trying to impress his girl Paris Hilton, so like he asked his good friend Vincent Gallo.
A noble cause.
Yeah, so he has his buddy Vincent Gallo, who has like an album coming out and shit. He's like, yo, name this track after like this girl for me, blah blah. So
nice. I hope it worked.
The title. Yeah, right.
It probably did.
Yeah, hope Lucas Haas.
Lucas Haas was like, was he like hanging out with like Tobey Maguire and like Leo back in those days? Back when they were like tearing up
the Pussy Crew.
Damn.
No, that's seriously what they call themselves.
Yo,
the Pussycat Dolls?
The Pussy Crew or some shit like that. The Pussy Posse, correction.
The Pussy Posse.
The Pussy Posse.
Yeah, like David Blaine was part of that crew.
David Blaine, Lucas Haas,
the Magic
Tobey
Man.
Maguire.
Yo, Toby?
Yeah, man.
Yo, he seems like such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He's probably like the one like people were probably like had to worry the most about.
It's always that dude, yeah.
Kid with a baby face.
I don't know them stories. Like I feel like there's definitely like a book or something that I could probably read about like those tales. So if you're listening and you know a good source material for that time of those days, I think this is before like Giselle. This is before like Leo was really locked down, right? I can only live. I can live vicariously through those tales.
I'm like looking online. I just bumped into a photo of the Pussy Posse hanging out with like who is it? Like Wu-Tang? Is it?
What?
No, it was a Tribe Called Quest.
Oh yes,
and Busta Rhymes is on it. Harmony Korine.
Yeah, man. Yo, them dudes got stories, man. I'm glad that like I got some stories too, man. But I'd like to read a book about those times. So if you're listening and you got like some good source material, like just let us know what is like, if there's a doc or if there's a book or something out there. Shane, you threw on the last track that we put on the playlist, which is a Kanye West track called Champions.
Yes, sir.
And I don't really know that much about this song.
It was kind of like one of those songs which was like a self-acclaimed summer anthem.
Okay. And it wasn't my summer anthem.
That's why. No, it's not. It's just one of those, people are like, yo, this is the summer anthem, bro. Like, this song.
Never catches
up. So I was just
Sir
like...
Spyro, we
already have our...
We've proclaimed it already. It wasn't Kanye, though.
No, it wasn't. Nice try, guys.
Nice try. I mean, you threw it on there anyways, though. So you must be feeling it. You're feeling it.
Oh, yeah. It's...
You went to Pablo, right?
Yeah, I went there.
You met Pablo.
It was... I got to meet him. I'm actually going to see him again.
Did he drop that?
Champions? I think so.
Okay.
I want to say he did.
You didn't memorize the playlist? Like the set list?
No, not really. I was in a trance in the moment, man.
Yeah.
For 2 hours, just vibing out.
Did you try to climb up on the platform? Were you that one dude? Like everybody was lifting their feet up to like.
No, I was in the stands, but
serious setup.
It was annoying that people were doing that at his show, man. It was pissing me off, like throwing hats on the stage
what the fuck, man?
Trying to get up on there. I'm like, you do know this guy is very temperamental. Like any little thing like that, he's probably
isn't that like half of it, like the thrill that like, oh, Kanye could just go off at any moment and have like. I was there for this viral moment where Kanye just like lost.
Yeah, but
like that's like 75% of why people are there.
I don't think so.
Those ain't no stands.
I think the people who were around me they were more annoyed about that happening.
It seems like a good way to lose your cap.
Leading to losing your cap. I feel like I
don't throw it up there. Then I can't get it back then.
Yeah, exactly.
They just live for a moment that, hey, Kanye West touched my cap.
It's like I own this cap for a reason. I like it. I don't want to lose it.
So, but fortunately, I'm going back this December 4th.
Okay.
And I'm going to be on the floor. So,
yeah, man, getting a repeat.
Hopefully, might get to touch Kanye.
Okay. Is that allowed?
So
the first, the last Pablo tour, you were in the nosebleeds. And now
I was just in the stands.
This time you're gonna be
looking at the setup, looking at the show with like a pair of binoculars,
like a monocle.
With my monocle, dance for us, Kanye, dance, do it.
Does he dance up there? I feel like that thing can come down.
It's
like you don't want to like jump on it or whatever.
I mean, he does his thing.
Yeah,
he gets buck wild.
Okay.
He's tethered to it, so he's not falling off.
Yeah, that's a logistic nightmare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But no, next time we're definitely gonna be on the floor in the pit and take on that experience. So it's gonna be magical because already from what I took in the show is it doesn't really matter where you're at. You're gonna have
where you're from.
A different perspective.
Wait, it's
of
not.
the show,
It's not. That's not it.
Good.
It's like it's not where you're from. It's where you're at.
Yeah.
We gotta switch it up. Okay.
Fuck where you're from.
Hopefully.
Fuck where you're going. It's all about where you're at.
Yep. Show's gonna be lit. I think this is Kanye just getting lit with all the good music artists on this track, and Gucci Mane's on it. So if you like rap and you like getting turned,
if you like rap or you like WAP,
this is yep. Or if you like guac,
and if you like guac,
never wrong moment for guacamole. I always say
exactly. You're gonna like this track.
I'm about to make some guac myself.
What? I'm about to make some guac too.
Yeah, I got about 2 avocados yesterday that I put in. Put them in a if you put them in a paper bag, they'll get ripe faster.
Yeah, you could also put them next to bananas.
Really, I do got some bananas.
Yeah.
So hopefully they were a little green yesterday, but I think today is going to be just right.
Just right.
So probably when we wrap this up, what I do is I chop up a little onion and some garlic and some lemon juice.
Yes.
Lemon juice. And you know what I actually throw in there also? So I put avocado, right? Smash it up. Chop onion, garlic, lemon juice, and crushed red pepper flakes.
Nice.
Yeah. I mix that up, mash it up. Put it on a little toast, bro. Crazy.
I have a guacamole recipe that I have is spicy, and it has a little kick because I put some mango in it. But I haven't made it in a long time.
Island style.
It's really good. I guess.
Steel drums.
I don't know.
Shay,
by the
you
beach,
play
boy.
steel drum while you make it.
Yep. Shout out to avocados.
What did you guys think? Any last anything else you guys wanted to touch on about the playlist? Special points?
It's good. And like the first one, I had a good time making it with you guys. I think we should do another playlist. Probably not summertime. Maybe do like a fall playlist.
Solstice.
I think we should do it like seasonal, like 2 every season.
Well, slow your roll. We should do like celestial.
Like what?
Celestial. So like when Mercury's in retrograde. We'll make
Mercury in retrograde playlist.
Yeah. It'd be nothing but chaotic sound.
Restful Merc.
We'll do it like according to like moon cycles.
Drum circles.
Come back for the pagan playlist.
Whoa.
Drum circles, man. They're gonna be starting that. I went to one with Nora. What was it, like a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe?
Nora Morales?
Do you sacrifice anybody?
She was wild, dude.
I have not talked to Nora in like hella long. How's she doing?
Oh, bro.
She's a pikey now. She's got like a fucking like RV and shit now. She's gonna live off the road.
Yeah, she's a burner.
Yeah.
Yo, I live in like burner central, so it's like ain't nothing. That's just
ain't nothing wrong.
You got like
that.
you just got. It's just like you got your different types.
It's a way of life.
It's a way of life, man. But as long as you find your bliss.
I want to go to a Burning Man show one day.
A Burning Man show?
Yeah, sorry, no, well, a Burning Man.
Just Burning Man, you mean? You want to go to Burning Man?
I want to go to Burning Man.
Yeah.
Hey, Burning Man.
Let's do it, man. I'm down. I've never been.
I have the fantasy of just like, I want to go there like Tupac and Dr. Dre did.
Yeah, Mad Max.
Mad Max style. Just go out there with like some ATVs.
Tina Turner.
Get a boogie.
Mel Gibson.
Yep. Charlize Theron.
Yeah, man. Let's do it, man. Let's plan it out.
Yeah. Let's get lost in the desert on a horse with no name.
Well, it's not just a desert. There's a city there.
Makeshift city. Yeah.
Black Rock City. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
It's like there's like streets and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'd probably dress like Hunter Thompson, like if I'm there.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah. Walking around with like a beer cut, like a glass of beer.
Are we in back country? We're in back country.
What are you doing?
All right, man. We'll keep you guys informed on our Burning Man. Maybe we'll meet up. We'll have like a Burning Man meetup.
Art School Rejects, Burning Man.
Yeah.
Bring some pencils.
We'll do like a pod. We'll do a Burning Man pod.
Yep.
From Burning Man, I think we'll bring out we'll schlep all our stuff out there.
Burning Man edition with special guest Nora Morales.
Oh man.
Oh, we'll definitely have Nora on there for sure. Nora's one of my oldest friends, actually. Like me and Nora go back.
Way back.
Well, thank you guys. Summer Jams 2 in the books.
Yep. Oh,
Maz,
where can you find it? You gotta let the people know where.
Spotify, ASR Summer Jams 2. If you want to listen to the playlist as well, and you can subscribe to it and you can share it.
Yeah,
and that's chill.
Listen to it in your car.
It's lit.
In your kitchen.
Listen to it. Yeah, listen to it wherever you got Spotify.
Breastfeed your baby.
Yeah, I recommend that.
Play it to your grandma. Grandma must love it.
She'll definitely get down to it. If she ain't cool, then whatever. That's her. But thank you guys for putting together this awesome playlist. It's always a pleasure to work with friends and make something cool.
Thanks for having me on this again.
Yeah, dude. I think you're now a senior.
Senior music correspondent.
Yep.
Maciel Vargas.
Be keeping my fingers on
Art
the
School
pulse.
Reject for life.
So we gotta get friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
I was gonna say tattoos, but then I was like, that's too extreme.
Nah, why not, bro?
Hey man, Johnny, I worked for Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder.
Yep.
It did work. Wait, well, no, it didn't work for them. I mean, I feel like it's not gonna work with anybody in Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp he was right up there with them dudes too, Leo and them cats, as far as getting it in.
Yeah.
I think he did it on his own though.
He didn't need a crew. He didn't need a pussy posse. He was his own pussy. He was a one-man pussy posse.
Yo. Shout out to Jack Sparrow. Yo.
The producer or
no, we're fucking talking about Johnny Depp. 21 Jump Street.
The pirate.
The pirate.
I thought you were talking about the dubstep producer. Shout out to Jack Sparrow also making them beats.
Yeah. So anyway, at this time,
yeah, man. Let me do the shout outs because I don't think I've ever done them.
Nah, you never done them, so you do it. Hit them up.
I gotta carry my weight.
Yeah.
All right. Number 1, shout out to Signal Flow Recordings for letting us use the amazing Broccoli Man track that was produced by Skinny Hendrix featuring the Juice Box.
Some Jerk, what's up?
Shout out to Some Jerk for being a dope ass friend and a dope ass record label owner and just a dope ass connoisseur of music. Hopefully we can have Some Jerk on one of these points. You can listen to us on SoundCloud. You can subscribe and leave a review on iTunes. We got 2 reviews on there, so keep them coming. Yeah, we got some stickers for you guys too.
And the works is cooking up.
Yeah, man, come back for the next episode whenever that comes out. I think it's episode 20 next time. So this is episode 19.
Yep, we're growing up.
We're gonna keep doing them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shane.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mas.
Always a pleasure for being here.
You're very welcome.
Until next time.
Sayonara.
Get home safe.
Watch me a move up me body, yeah. Wind up, girl, wind up your body. Wind up, girl, wind up your body. Wind up, girl, wind up your body.